Dr. Jogin Desai, founder and CEO, Eystem Research. So, cell and gene therapy has made a lot of advancement over the last decade. There are some therapies that have come very close to the clinic. A few of them have actually been commercially approved by the FDA, and it is estimated that over the next decade, a lot of diseases that are currently in untreatable will start becoming treatable because of therapy. Diseases like macular degeneration, diseases like diabetes, maybe some diseases like Parkinson's. So we are at a very exciting time for cell and gene therapy in the world. The biggest challenges in the space is how to develop these cell and gene therapies at scale, and how to ensure that the scale transforms into cost. Because if you look at the current gene therapy roadmap in the world, or cell therapy, all of these therapies are going to be priced at $400,000-$500,000 and above. And that is not obviously sustainable, not just for India, but I would argue even for the world. And that is the biggest challenge for cell and gene therapies worldwide. If you want to come back to India, the problem obviously multiplies many fold, because you need something that is under $10,000, because otherwise most of India can't get access to it. So India has to find a way to democratize access to cell and gene therapies, and it has to lead the world in doing so. And I think, we had during COVID, we demonstrated that we can do it with vaccines. Now it's time to do it for cell and gene therapies. Eystem is taking its flagship therapy for dry age-related macular degeneration into clinical trials. Dry AMD is a blinding disease which is the largest cause of incurable blindness for people over 50. It is estimated that 17 crore people in the world, about 4 crore out of which are in India, suffer from this disease. And it happens because a layer known as the retinal pigment epithelium layer of the retina degenerates. So Eystem has created that RPE layer in the lab in a suspension form. It has then systematically proven through animal data in labs in India, US and Singapore that the suspension is safe, and that it has the potential to integrate back into the retinal layer and help improve or maintain the vision of somebody who is suffering from dry AMD. So we're very excited about that. We have filed for approval with the CDSCO for a first in human trial. We are hoping that the approval will be received shortly. We have also engaged with regulatory authorities in the US as well as Singapore for our global expansion plans. So we are at a very good stage and we are very excited. So what we want to do is make sure from day one, what we have created is a scalable cell therapy platform to make sure that therapies that come out of this platform are priced at a point where we can have them accessible for a large segment of the world's population. And that is our eventual goal. We have many others in the pipeline as well. We have some very good animal data for our cells, or different kind of cells for Parkinson's. We have some very good animal data for other diseases as well. So the point is, over the next 5 to 10 years, we want to get our RPE product for dry AMD commercially available, as well as get a lot of other therapies in the market as well. For dry AMD, we are looking at commercialization fairly earlier. It will not take 5 years, but a lot of others. So essentially, I want the vision of Eystem is to be one of the globally consequential cell therapy players, which can disrupt the current pricing ecosystem and help democratize access to these near miraculous therapies for what I would call the bottom 99% of the population. So over the next decade, a lot of these cell and gene therapies and these new treatments will make a lot of untreatable diseases treatable, including things like diabetes and a lot of chronic diseases, which is very exciting at the global level. CAR T is helping tackle cancer. CAR NK is the next generation of such cancer killing therapies that are coming up. So it's an incredible time to be alive. For India, we need to apply the principles of frugal innovation to make sure that these therapies are available to most of the people that need it. And for that, we've made a great start at C Camp, because which is probably one of the best biotech hubs that I have been to anywhere in the world, because it nurtures all of these biotech startups very well. BIRAC gives grants on an ongoing basis, but I think we need to do a lot more. India, no country in the world has become developed without investing at least 1.5 to 2% of its GDP into research, into R&D, and India currently is between 0.3 to 0.5%. So we have to do a lot more. I know there is a lot more about the government taking a lot of steps in that path, and I'm looking forward to all those.